We've just been playing around in the 4-directional menu of the Husqvarna Viking Designer Brilliance 80. So you can pick any of the 11 stitches that can stitch out north, east, south, or west. But now we're going to talk about the T menu. That was the S menu. So the T menu is a little bit different, where there is either a straight stitch in 8 directions or a triple straight stitch in 8 directions. So depending on from which grouping you pick from. And when you do select one, that's when you'll see the foot, which is foot S. Foot S is the foot that allows you to stitch in different directions the best. So anytime you have sideways motion stitches selected, that is the foot that will come up. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about being able to stitch into a direction. So if you wanted to sew down into the right or down into the left, you can just pick, and the fabric is moved in that direction. So if I wanted to go left to right as a straight stitch, I don't have to turn the fabric every time I want to go in a direction. So there is a time, here we go, actually, look what I'm actually stitching. I'm almost stitching like what you might stitch on a end of like a place where a tie is, or a handle where you might stitch it in 4 directions and then exit through it. So I'm actually just picking the different directions as I go. So you can see that this is a great way to stitch. And then again, if you were to stitch from the lower selection, that's going to be a triple straight stitch, which means it's going to be a heavier looking stitch when it's all said and done. Let's take a look at what we've done so far. Now let me take you one extra version of this stitch, and this would be something that you can actually do in the memory of the machine. So for example, if we go into program, and I'm going to just randomly pick a decorative stitch, and I'm going to put 2 of them in the memory. I'm kind of looking for something that, well, here, we'll just do a heart, and then I'm going to put 2 hearts. I'm going to move the cursor between the first and second heart, and then travel back to that menu that we were on. That was menu T for the 8 directions. So we could actually add stitches, so this would actually come out, and I wasn't counting there, but I sure could have. So let's just say I have done, let's see what it will be. There we go. So we'll see if that's the even amount. It may or may, if it's lined up when we touch OK. But what I've done is I've separated these designs, and so they will stitch and have some separation. So I could have gone straight out. I could have gone even back. I mean, I can put any direction of stitches and then have a way to spread these out, but not just all in a row anymore. I could actually have some dimension to these stitches. So just note that you can add direction in your programmed stitches as you start to expand your different options on this machine.